Today is Monday, February 28th. It's about 9:30 a.m. and we are going to get ready to get started on this week. We are just hyped because we have a lot of good stuff to show you. Hello guys, and welcome to another week in the life. This week was all over the place, but I am excited to share all the stuff that has happened. Let's start with Monday. I pretty much spent that day just emailing, scheduling deliveries for a project, and sending invoices because it was the last day of the month. And then I had a random call from somebody from Angie's list, and I'm not sure how they got my number, but they're pretty much trying to get me to sign up to be on Angie's list. If you guys don't know what Angie's list is, it's basically a website where you can sign up as a professional to get leads, potential clients. So people use Angie's List to look for professional services. Now, this is not free. You of course have to pay for the leads. And what I didn't like about it is you had to pay even if you didn't get the job. So it was kind of like a risk factor. I wasn't too sure if I wanted to do that, which ultimately I decided not to, but he was just talking my ear off. After that phone call, I had to get in touch with my old manager, so I called her because I am applying to get my NCIDQ. Basically, she has to fill out this work verification form, just approving and stating that I did work for that company and I have fulfilled my hours. So I have officially applied and now I am approved. So this year I will be taking my test, guys. After that, I had lunch and then I just went grocery shopping and then made some food for the week. The rest of the day I pretty much just kind of worked on my website because I'm gonna make some changes to it to improve it, but that's pretty much Monday. Tuesday was a very chill day. I don't think I did much other than just working on my website. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my home screen to just kind of make it a little bit better, and I'm going to add a tab specifically for interior designers. I get a lot of DMs and people reaching out to me with a bunch of questions. I try my best to respond to all of the DMs that I get, but sometimes it's a lot and I get a little bit overwhelmed. So by creating this tab, I feel like it'll be better for everyone. That way you get my undivided attention and I can really give you some good insight, because typing takes so long and you can only get so detailed, I feel like. Wednesday, I had a doctor's appointment in the morning and then I headed on to a consultation. This consultation was for a kitchen renovation, and this is this couple's first time purchasing a house, and they have some really big plans to make some drastic changes to the kitchen, which I'm really excited about. So hopefully that all goes well, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. Later that day, I just spent it responding to some YouTube comments. Thursday morning, I had another consultation to potentially design a living and dining space and maybe even a basement. We'll see how that goes. And after I got home, I saw that my whiteboard got delivered. I ordered a whiteboard / bulletin board combo because I feel like I need something visually to write down my tasks for the day. Otherwise, if I write it in a notebook, I'm gonna close it and then just forget about it, out of sight, out of mind. So if I have a whiteboard and I just write down my top 3 things for the day, I feel a little bit more organized and helps me kind of mentally prepare. So I just installed it above my desk with some command strips. After eating lunch, I had a Zoom interview. A student had actually reached out to me to interview me for one of their projects in design school, which I was so happy to be a part of that. And I am so upset that I did not get a chance to record it. I swear I did press the record button, but I don't know what happened to that footage, so I'm so sorry, guys. It was a really awesome kind of interview. So here's just some footage of me getting ready for the meeting. Once that Zoom interview was done, I started to work on these proposals for the consultations I went on earlier that week, and then I had a discovery call for a potential e-design client, and then the rest of the evening I pretty much just kind of spent it working on those proposals that I needed to get sent out. Alright, so towards the end of the week was when things started to get a little bit more exciting. Friday, I had a last minute site visit for one of my projects. I was really excited to see everything come together finally, and I cannot even begin to stress how long this project has taken to get up and moving on the construction side, because we started this last year in like August, September. And it just got backtracked due to COVID and permits and architect drawings, but now we are making progress. I basically met with my clients to review the space and kind of tackle down the next few steps for the phases. Once that site visit was done, I went to check out the space I'm going to rent out for a podcast interview. I will let you guys know more details about that, but I'm really excited about this new series potentially. So I'm just scoping out the podcast room that I'm gonna use down the line. I drove home after that and then started posting on my story, catching up on Instagram, just kind of sharing the pictures and videos that I took from that site visit. And then I started working on creating this email to send out to my clients that I met earlier, just kind of recap our talk during the site visit. I then realized I had a photo shoot the next day and I didn't really prepare for it, so I opened up the SketchUp model just to kind of plan out the shots that I want to take and some accessories. So I did end up going to Crate & Barrel just to check out what they have, but I didn't find anything that I liked. I ultimately settled on buying florals the day of, but to end the day, I spent it watching the reunion episode for Love is Blind because it's based in Chicago and I was hooked on that series. So come Saturday, I had the photo shoot for the living room project, and I designed this last year in the summer, guys. And the reason why it took so long to get photographed was because we were waiting on one last piece, and that was the coffee table, which took about 6 months to get delivered. So this is why we are photographing it now in 2022. I worked with Gene again, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with him because I have worked with him on the past few projects, just because again he's a really cool and chill person to work with. And I'm so excited about the shots and pictures that we took from this design. I want to say I got home around 2:30 from the shoot, and since it was a really nice day, I decided to hang out with my nephew for a bit. He has like this kind of tractor he likes to drive around, and so I kind of sat in the backseat and let him drive me up and down the street. The rest of the day / evening I hung out with family, but I didn't really record that. And towards the end of the night I worked on outlining for a new video and then ended my week journaling. I used to journal a lot back then, but then I stopped for a couple of years, and I just recently started to pick it back up, and I've just been finding it so therapeutic to just light a candle at the end of the week or just even start my week and just kind of write down my goals, the lows and highs of a business, how my week was, how I expect my week to be, just like anything, like I'll write down in my journal, and it really helps me kind of prepare mentally for the week, or just to kind of release everything, all the stress, because I'm sure you guys know that running a business is not easy at all. Well, that was my week in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and thanks for following my journey. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. Toodles.